Good evening, family. This is Marianne. I decided to bring you guys a little video tonight. I am at my place of business. I'm at my studio. I am in my office. Maybe one day I'll do a video just to give you guys a tour of the office. But meanwhile, I have a little sitting area over here, as you can see. And there's a picture of the Queen right here. I don't know you guys can see it. And I have a fireplace over here, as you guys can see. Fireplace. I'm getting a good shot. And on the mantle, I have my children's book, The Little Creole Pig, which I'm very proud of. That did well. That is my published work. And then my self-published is Rachel's Ninth Ending. But they both, you could get them at Barnes and Noble. And over here, I love picture. In my private home, my living room is a door with black and white pictures, a family, And in my family room, more modern pictures of nieces, nephew, siblings, aunt, uncle. So over here, these are like more of my personal picture. And on the wall, this is professional. But throughout the studio, I have pictures throughout the studio. So I'm gonna go ahead and sit down at the desk. Throughout the studio, I have pictures. So today's Halloween. I do not celebrate Halloween, but I'm the type of person, I use a moment to be a teachable moment and a reachable moment. So my studio is located in the inner city of Cleveland. So during this time of year, the little ones, they ring the doorbell and I give out candy. But I don't want to just hand out, but I make it a teachable moment and a reachable moment. So there's this artist, he's from the greater Cleveland area. He's also a conscious brother. He makes replica statues of men, women, and children that perished during the crossing of the Atlantic slave trade. And when I saw his work, I was really, really moved. And when he displays his work, if he displays them at an art gallery or if he does it at a culture center in the inner city, he also tells you about the name of this different slave ship, which through him. And when I learn something, I also do the research. And when I went to the library family, there was 12,000 slave ships. And it was just mind-boggling because when we go to school from grade 6 to 12, we learn about the Titanic, we learn about the Mayflower, we learn about so many ships. And then from K to 12, they don't teach you not one. They don't even pick one out of the 12,000 ships that brought us into slavery. And then the reason he was inspired to do these this artwork, he said it's to memorialize those who perished during the crossing. Family, there was 2 million souls that perished. I'm not talking about those who died during slavery. I'm talking about 2 million souls that perished during the crossing. That's a lot. And there is no memorial in the United States to memorialize this slave. So what I do, Lauren Vision Production, we light it up, all the room, put all the lights on. The porch light is on. The statues are displayed on the porch. We put orange Halloween light. And so when the kids come, the statue draws attention, not only the children, but adults within the neighborhood. So when they come, they're like, well, what is this? Because the statues, all their eyes are closed, but he has chain in their neck, the chain on their arm, chain on their feet. It's really moving. And then he would give a little explanation to show the way I incorporate it with trick-or-treating. I give each of the kids a bag like this. I got them at Dollar Tree. which were 50 for $1. Can't beat that. And it comes with its own little wrapping. And in each of the bags, I put an M&M, I put a Reese's Pieces, I can't say it, and a little keychain. I try not to get anything too demonic, but this is the least. And then index card with the name of 10 shipped, but each of the index cards are different because it was 12,000 shipped. So we give that to the children after they see the display. So it's a teachable moment and a reachable moment to enlighten, wake people up. And hey, when you get a chance, you're on your phone, you're on your laptop, you're on your tablet. Hey, look up the name of the ship and look. When I did my research, you pull up each of the name of the ship. It tells you how many voyage that the ship did, how many soul that brought back. And if you go further, there's record of how many lives made the crossing and how many lives were perished. That's how you get that that number 2 million, which is very accurate. And not to take anything from the Holocaust, but that number, their number doesn't even come close to the amount of soul that was perished in the crossing for slavery. So that's why I take the moment to make it a reachable moment and a teachable moment. I do not celebrate Halloween, but a lot of our youngsters, parents take part of it. So I thought have him display the statue and to give the babies a treat. You should see them, so adorable in their little costume, just super cute. Behind me, let me stand up. You guys can see pictures. Those are professional pictures, different cast member. And on the side, these are like more personal picture in my studio. If I'm getting that for you guys, my children and friends. I love pictures in my personal home, in my family room, the wall across the picture, and my formal living room above my piano, pictures as well. And then I'm a thrift shopper. That's how I built my wardrobe for my actors. I would take a Sunday, 2 to 3 hours, and just go hunting for clothing, because when you guys see any movie that I have, I provide them with the wardrobe. So it took me time to build those wardrobe to match when I create the character, I would lay the wardrobe. I know what I want that character to look like and portray. So to make the point, so I'm a thrift shopper. That's where I got that big black pot, and then I filled all of these up. I got them from Dollar Tree, just for 50 little bags for $1, and it comes with a little tiny thing. And then I fill them up and give it to the kids. So inside the bag, they get a little Reese's Pieces, they get a M&M, they get a little keychain. Let me turn it so you guys can see it, and then an index card with the name of the slave ship inside the bag. So yes, family. It was quite busy. Had a lot of traffic. Things are dying now, but there's still activity going in the neighborhood. But I bought two 50 little bags. They're all gone. Ain't nothing left but my sample bag. Yeah, family. So you should have seen their little face. Just adorable, just beautiful, I'm a sucker for children. I love our young people. They are the future and so forth. And I wanted to kind of touch the meaning of Halloween October 31st, this is the biggest night that the spirits are celebrating. So a lot of us, we rock with this holiday, but there's meaning behind it. I mean, a lot of us, we participate in an innocent way, but this is the biggest night to give sacrifice to the spirit, to evoke the presence of the spirit, just like as Christianity. Easter is very symbolic to Christian because that's the resurrection of Christ. So it's the same thing for Halloween, the 31st. It's a big ceremonial time for the spirit. So that's why, I don't celebrate Halloween. When we were young, I think we went trick-or-treating twice. But my parent, they didn't understand it. They were foreign folk. But my mom and her sister would dress us all up. We go as the group, as a cousin. Because my mother had 6 children and my aunt had 4. So the 10 of us, we're all doing it. And I think one Sabbath, there's a pastor that had a sermon regarding Halloween. And after that, we never went trick-or-treating again. So, yeah. So that's it. And also, during the week, a lot of you inboxed me, had a lot of questions with the news that I broke out. And I don't want to keep hopping and talking about this man. The Lord has been good. When I made that announcement, it's not that I was rejoicing about what took place, but I felt that he is a leader. Well, I don't even want to call him a leader. He's just a popular figure, and people tune in regarding him. And I just thought of something to share. And yeah, me sharing the news stir a lot of thing. But the reason I'm even touching base on it, what's so interesting is 45 minutes after I broke the news, I announced it, he got on Instagram, his personal Instagram, and he made a post, which he has a right to. He debunked what I said it isn't true. He's having dinner with a lovely African queen. My thing is, apparently you got bombarded. People were worried with the news that Marianne released. Why not post a picture you having dinner with the queen and say, hey fam, I'm okay. Please, there's no emergency health scare. Disregard what you guys heard. And today, I post that on the 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st. Today is 4 days. We haven't heard or seen him. No video, no picture. Now, there is a video that was posted, but that was a pre-recording. From what I understand from a very reliable source, that video was recorded prior to the 27th, and I think it was posted today or yesterday. I'm not quite sure. I gotta look again. They sent it to me, but I saw it, but I haven't even really looked at the video in its entirety. And but I was told, they're like, Marianne, hey, look at this video. They don't even ask him one question about FDMG. And I'm like, well, they probably too happy to have him. Of course, they're not gonna question about that. But I was doing well. I was bringing you guys content. I was talking, and he was kind of like in the back. And when I got the news I shared, I felt like I got just sucked right back into it. And yeah, I just don't want the channel, every time I get on here, we're discussing him, because he's not worth discussing and so forth. But yeah, I wanted to get on here and tell you guys about how I participated this night, is to reach and to inform. They're gonna go out there trick-or-treating. Why not Why not take part? But at the same time, while I'm taking part, um, we're educating at the same time. And then even adults, not just the kids, the adults stop by, they look at the sculpture, they ask questions, and the artist was very accommodating, um, um, answering the question. So it was very enlightening. Now, again, like I said, on the 31st, this is one of the biggest night to celebrate spirit. Just like for Christianity, we celebrate Easter, the resurrection of Christ. Tonight is a big night for the celebration of spirit. Now, in the Western world, they make it marketable. They make it cute for the kids. They disguise it as harmless. But if you know the meaning of Halloween, you know what is being invoked on the 31st. That's probably something a lot of us would not want to take part of, and so forth. And like I said, I don't celebrate it, but I just felt, um, that was a lot of soul that was lost. And then we go from K to 12, we don't even know that. When we go from K to 12, we don't know one name of the ship. And then it's so funny how they have the information there, how they break down each ship to you, the family line, the name of the ship, the owners, how many voyage the ship did, how many souls were on each, those that survived and those that didn't. So, but yet in this country, we don't have a memorial that memorialized those souls that perished during crossing. Very sad, family. As people of color, it's not something, you could just ignore, unfortunately. And yeah, very, very, very sad. So that's just so you guys understand. And then my studio being within the inner city, I do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of stuff in the community. I do toy giveaway. I do back to school thing. I do a coat drive. So I'm very visible in my much is giving and much is given back. A lot of you, this is interesting. I got a lot of inbox. I wrote it down. I got 162 inbox. People wanting to know, well, what are you going to do with the money that you sold the t-shirt and cap? Mainly t-shirt. Wanted to mention the cap. Now, I provided a merchandise and you guys paid for it. And I'm an adult. I don't have to get an explanation, but 162, I'm not going to ignore that. So, yeah, I'm going to give an explanation. That money, I'm going to designate it towards my giveaway that I do every year, my toy giveaway that I do for inner city kids that are less fortunate. When Christmas come around or Kwanzaa come around, they won't have anything to open. So, you know what? We can't change the world, but we all can make a difference. So that's my little way of making a difference. So what I do, I hit Walmart, I'll hit Target. I usually go to Walmart first and then Target second because Target is a little bit more than Walmart. And then with my daughters and her friend, we would do pizza night and wrap up all the gifts. And then with my circle of girlfriends, we go, if I do it at a community center, I've never done it at the studio yet. It's usually a place, a lot of space. You'd be surprised they show up, honey. And we pass out the gift, and it's rewarding to me just to see a smile on a precious little princess or little prince face. You know what? You touch a child's life, you make a difference. I love children, and I'm grateful for the 3 that my Heavenly Father has blessed me with. Yeah, so what else? What else do I have to share with you guys? So yeah, I got a lot of that. So now you guys know this is where the money's gonna go onto. And then you know what? I did the t-shirt thing. You know, it was a, I did it because of the way I felt. He was disrespectful. Every time y'all see me, y'all asking me where the school at. I'm gonna make a t-shirt and write where the school at so I can shut y'all up. And that's what inspired me to do the shirt. Where the school at full. I added the full, and then um, um, and I can't take credit for that. You know, sometimes you're like, I think I read that in a lot of places. People say donation forever, FDMG never. And I'm like, okay, that's another good one. So, I mean, we could go on forever because on my page alone, some of the little catchy phrase, I'm like, man, that could be a good T-shirt right there, you know. So that's why that was done. So each curse that he bestowed, I turned it into a blessing, and we're gonna bless the babies during the holidays and stuff like that. So yeah. So I and then you know what? I love the YouTube journey. I have a very solid core of individual. The reason I say that because I posted that T-shirt. I think it was like Friday morning, early Friday morning, like around 6 or 7 a.m. And it was mind-boggling, the response that I got. It was like, whoa, like I ain't even gonna lie. Channel members showed up and showed out. And then I was just so moved by the kind gesture. I was so moved by the response. I even made a thank you video. I post on my post to say thank you to all of you that supported. So when I do a video on the gift giving this coming holiday, all of you that purchase a t-shirt or a cap, you are part of that village concept. You made a difference with me in the life of a precious child. And I want to say thank you. And that is greatly appreciated. And what else? I got. So they wanted me to go into the meaning of how did they word it? Celebration of the spirit. Like I don't celebrate no spirit. Like I don't worship no spirit. But what I can tell you, the 31st is one of the biggest celebration of spirit. And capoeira, the dance, I think in my last video, I touched base on that a little bit. And I think if you guys Google it, you will see it's a form of art dance that is an African art dance, but it's when you're looking at it, it looks like a form of dance, but it's a war form, like, you know, to be disguised. That's how they did it, to disguise. So the master didn't understand they're preparing for battle. So tonight on the 31st, if you go to Brazil or you go anywhere in the Caribbean, that voodoo ceremony or taking capoeira is one of the big dance that goes on in those ceremony. And then let me tell you guys something about capoeira, just to show you guys how they like to take. And then capoeira, if you're learning capoeira, it's not evil. It was used as an art form, and you know, just like everything, you could take it for good, you could take it for bad. So it's not a sin if you go learn that. But to tell you, capoeira is our artwork. You go to Miami, been there. The people that own those stores, and not those stores, what would I say? It's just like a yoga shop that owns them, and they're teaching. It's not cheap. They're blonde, blue eyes. They don't look like us. They're conducting these lessons, and then the one in Miami is $300 per month, and you get a session per week. It ain't a session per week for $300 per month. And in Cleveland, Ohio, it's $160. I think you get a session a week as well. Again, these are Caucasian people that now they have in Cleveland. I have to say They have black instructors, but the owners, the founders, they're white. And in California, same thing, Caucasian. So it's like they take our art form and they're right here. Now they're teaching people that look like you and I something that your ancestor, a form of art, your ancestor, now they're teaching it to you and they're charging you for it. So you see what I'm saying, family? So yeah, probably I'll do a video where I can give you guys a tour of the studio. It's late and I'm gonna get going, but I can show you guys over here. I got like the posters of the movie. You got Rachel's Ninth Ending. There's a glare. Caleb and Toward Emotion. And then over here, there's a dining area. We do table reading here. And then the famous scene with Dr. Umar and his fiance was actually filmed right here. And then the studio has a full functional kitchen as well. But like I said, I will give you guys a tour. It's late now, but I figure let's give you guys a tour of the office and, you know. And so, like I said, tonight was a short and brief video, but nobody has any malice intent. We wish Dr. Umar well, a speedy recovery. Ain't nobody rejoicing over nobody's sickness. But my thing is, like, you can laugh. You ain't gotta lie about it. No need to lie about it. And he felt the urgency right after I made that video to come out and debunk it. And it's been 4 days. Not a video, not a picture. Come on now. Come on now. But anyway, we're gonna move on. That's that. Thank you. I always enjoy coming on here, talking to you guys. Ooh, it feels a little chilly and put the heat up a little. Coming in here, talking to you guys. I hope you enjoy how I use Halloween to make it a teachable and a reachable moment. And I hope you guys understood the explanation that I gave, what I'm gonna do with the funds from the t-shirt. It's probably gonna be one of my biggest toy giveaway. You guys really responded well with that. And a little touch on the history of Halloween. Today is Halloween, and then that artist, I'll probably try to do something just to showcase. I think it's just amazing. You guys would really enjoy that. But thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'll come back again Saturday, make another video Saturday or go live Saturday. It's a wedding. But thank you guys. Have a blessed and a good evening. Bye-bye. Mary Ann.